nazaj, ko so imeli edine civilizacije na tem planetu, pravo izobraževanje, to pa je bil Egipt,
Babylonia and Greece.
Oziroma Grčija in Bližnji vzhod.
Yeah, so one of the main things that we have to change in our lives, in our reality, is how we learn and the education that we have with our kids and with the future generations.
In ena od glavnih stvari, ki se jo moramo naučiti v tem življenju, je kako sploh imeti to izobraževanje za naše otroke in za naslednje generacije.
The throat chakra is the education, so it's express myself.
Grlina čakra predstavlja izobraževanje, to pomeni moje izražanje.
So if we want to build a new world, we don't have to ask to scientific people because they think according to the past. We have to ask to the kids who are going to live the future.
In če želimo iti po tej poti razvoja, ni treba, da sprašujemo te znanstvenike za odgovor. Kajti edino, kar nam zdaj velikokrat rečejo je, če želiš kakšen odgovor, vprašaj otroka.
And to cut with this pattern, one of the things we have to do in our homes is to get a deal of everything. So debate, talk, much more, not rules.
Ena od stvari, ki jo moramo odločno presekati, so te stari vzorci, ki se začnejo v posamezni hiši, v posameznem domu. To so vzorci pravil in iz tega moramo iti vse več pogovora in komunikacije.
So, something that we have to know is that in the universe, something became a law just if every part of the universe hold the law.
Vedeti pa moramo, da je v univerzumu nekaj postalo zakon, če so se tega istega načela držali vsi.
So if everyone agrees or disagrees, they change a law.
Torej, če se vsi strinjajo, sprejmejo nek zakon, če se ne strinjajo, zakon spremenijo.
And maybe the neighbor in the other part, they disagree with this one, so they create a new law, a different one.
Morda se tukaj sosed s prvim zakonom ne strinja in se tu sprejme nov zakon.
But it doesn't have to condition it this one.
Ampak ta prvi ni treba, da zdaj na vsak način želi spremeniti prvega.
That's the fractal.
To je fraktal.
And the responsibility of each one.
In gre za odgovornost vsakega od nas.
So when you have to change something or to put some rule at home, you have to ask even the youngest one, what do you think about this?
In če želite tudi v svojem domu, v svoj dom unesti neko novo pravilo, morate vprašati še tudi najmanjšega otroka, kaj o tem misli.
Because you only became conscious when you have the opportunity to create the law by yourself.
Kajti človek lahko postane zavesten samo pod pogojem, da dobi priložnost, da ozavesti in sprejema sam svoje odločitve.
Otherwise, you have a pattern which we call slavery in life.
V sprotnem primeru imamo spet stari vzorec, ki pa mu rečemo suženjstvo življenja.
So, the political problems we have with all these weird presidents and all these kind of weird people right now.
Pa politični problemi, ki jih imamo z vsemi temi čudaškimi predsedniki, z vsemi temi čudaki, ki so na oblasti.
It's not because some bad people are trying to rule us all.
Ne gre za to, da bi neki slabi ljudje zdaj želeli vladati nam vsem.
It's because they weren't educated.
Težave so zato, ker niso bili
and the people who is ruled neither.
Izobraženi, niti niso bili izobraženi tisti, ki ti ljudje vladajo.
So it's like that every civilization have the government that deserves.
In zato ima čisto vsaka civilizacija svoje vladarje in svoje služabnike.
So if the population change the way they think, so everything will change around.
In če določena populacija spremeni svoj način razmišljanja, se spremeni tudi vse okrog njih.
Also, we cannot blame economy about that.
Prav tako ne smemo krivde valiti na ekonomijo.
Economy is for civilization what for us is the blood and emotions.
Ekonomija za nas kot civilizacijo predstavlja krvotok in čustva.
Because the economy represents the heart chakra of the society,
Ekonomija namreč predstavlja srčno čakro družbe,
which is weird to accept.
kar je prav tako zelo čudno, težko to sprejmemo.
But it's the heart chakra because the bank, which is the heart, never keeps the money.
Ampak predstavlja naše srce, kajti banka, ki je srce, denarja nikoli ne zadrži zase.
It flows all the time and gives to every part of the body what the body needs. And no, all the parts take the same quantity.
Namreč ta denar ves čas kroži po krovotoku, enako za vse dele telesa in vsak del telesa dobi toliko in tisto, kar potrebuje.
So it's not communism and it's not capitalism.
Torej, to ni ne komunizem, ne kapitalizem,
It's biology.
ampak biologija.
Technology is what represents us, what connects us all.
Tehnologija je tisto, kar nas predstavlja, kar nas vse med seboj povezuje.
It could be just a hammer or a computer.
To je lahko samo kladivo ali pa računalnik.
So, but it's what the tools we have to create.
Ampak to so orodja, ki jih imamo za ustvarjanje.
So, philosophy here is the concept that helps us to understand the whole thing, like the fifth dimension.
Filozofija tukaj pa je tisti koncept, ki nam pomaga razumeti čisto vse, kot je denimo peto dimenzijo.
So, if we change our philosophy, and if we change what we eat, we change the whole pattern.
Če spremenimo svojo filozofijo in če spremenimo to, kaj jemo, potem spremenimo celoten vzorec.
What do I mean about agriculture and changing about what we eat? Because all this is biology, all this is a body.
Kaj mislim s tem, ko govorimo o tem, da spreminjamo naše kmetijstvo in to, kar jemo? Kajti vse to je biologija.
And what gives life to the body is what we have in the blood.
In to, kar daje življenje našemu telesu, je to, kar imamo v krvi.
And the blood comes from what we eat.
Kri pa izvira iz tega, kar pojemo.
So we are what we eat.
Torej, mi smo to, kar jemo.
So if we change the way we eat, we change the way we think.
In če spremenimo način prehranjevanja, spremenimo naš način razmišljanja.
Just by something simple. If we want to be enlightened, so we need more light.
Čisto preprosto je. Če želimo se razsvetliti, potrebujemo več svetlobe.
And what have more light?
In kaj ima več svetlobe?
Photosynthesis.
Fotosinteza.
Yeah, which is seeds, fruits, vegetables.
To so semena, sadje in zelenjava.
So if we want to enlighten our DNA, we have to eat more salads.
Če želimo osvetliti, razsvetliti svoj DNK, moramo uživati več solat.
Yeah. And or if we want to anchor ourselves because we are too flying away, we need more heavy stuff like blood, like other animals or whatever.
Ali pa, če smo preveč neprizemljeni, če se želimo zasidrati, potem bomo použili več krvi, več morda jedi živalskega izvora.
So if everything what we are is in the DNA, and by changing what we eat, we change the blood, so we change the patterns in the DNA.
Če je vse, kar smo v DNK, potem je vse tisto, kar pojemo, tisto, kar spremeni našo kri in posledično se s tem spremeni naš DNK.
So that's changing our culture.
To pa pomeni, da spreminjamo našo kulturo.
Because the culture is not just in the head, it's in the DNA because of our ancestors.
Kajti kultura ni samo nekaj v naši glavi, ampak je tudi v DNK zapisu zaradi naših prednikov.
But for sure, when we do this change, we will face our ancestors blaming ourselves because of that changing.
Ampak zagotovo se bomo s tem načinom pristopa s spremembo soočili z obtoževanjem naših prednikov.
Because we will change their culture and their technology,
Kajti
their tools.
bomo spremenili njihovo kulturo, njihovo tehnologijo, njihova orodja.
For example, what I said before, you have to work hard to get your life done.
En tak primer je denimo načelo, ki sem ga prej omenil. Če želiš živeti, moraš trdo delati.
And that's not true.
Pa to ni res.
That's some truth,
To je del resnice.
but it's not the real truth. It's just a belief.
Pa prava resnica, to je le prepričanje.
A tree eats and lives and they don't work.
Drevo nič ne dela, pa ves čas je.
Only the civilization, mostly from Europe, work because you had so tiny lands to protect that the only way you have to survive it was by working and growing from a very tiny piece of land.
Samo civilizacija v Evropi nenehno dela, ker smo se navadili, oziroma v preteklosti smo imeli samo majhen kos zemlje, ki smo morali najprej zaščititi, potem pa trdo na njej delati, da smo lahko preživeli.
So European people brought the jobs to South America, for example.
In tako so Evropejci delovna mesta prinesli denimo v Južno Ameriko.
Where we had everything there.
Tam smo mi imeli vsega v izobilju.
We wanted something and that's it. Eating. That's it.
Če si nekaj želel
So many land.
si to sklatil z drevesa in si imel v roki.
That if we don't like someone, we just go away and that's it.
Če ti nekdo ni bil všeč, si se samo umaknil šel po drugi poti.
So then you brought the job. No, we have to work to increase and that's it. So that's why in South America working is like hell.
Tako ste prinesli službe in nas prepričevali, da je treba trdo delati in za nas v Južni Ameriki je služba pekel.
And that's why we all love socialism.
In zato
Because we don't want to work, we have everything.
vsi obožujemo socializem. Tam ni treba nič delati, pa vsi imajo vsega dovolj.
So the thing is that this is a cultural thing that came from what we eat. Our society came from what we eat and the land we have.
No, in to je bistvo te kulture. Vsa kultura izvira v naši družbi, v civilizaciji, iz tega, kar použijemo, kar jemo in kaj imamo.
That's why it's important to see what we eat and where we live in order to understand what energy we have to offer to the world.
In zato je pomembno, da vidimo, kaj jemo in kje živimo, da spoznamo, katera je tista naša energija, ki jo lahko ponudimo svetu.
And to connect with that energy and to discover what is our purpose as a nation or culture.
In da se povežemo s to energijo, tako lahko spoznamo naš namen. Kaj je naš namen kot kultura, kot narod, karkoli že.
And when I do that, I start to change myself, recognizing that all this is a creation that we all in between created, but we can change it too from within.
In ko sem sam začel delati to, sem spoznal, da je vse, kar je okrog nas, naša lastna kreacija. In zato lahko vse stvari spremenimo, če ustvarimo nekaj drugačnega.
So in the ancient civilizations, when we were at this point, we were taught how to talk with the planet through ourselves.
V starodavnih civilizacijah, ko smo bili na tej zgornji točki, so nas naučili, kako se s planetom pogovarjati skozi nas sami.
Everyone in the planet has to know about this main reality that we are frequency, energy and matter.
Tako mora vsak človek na tem planetu vedeti, kaj je to trojstvo, frekvenca, energija in materija.
And we usually in the past choose our names about this trinity. Like everyone has 3 letters name.
In tako smo si nadeli tudi imena, ki so predstavljena to trojstvo, vsako ime ima 3 črke.
So, or 9 according to the level of the people.
Ali pa 9 črk, odvisno od nivoja ravni ljudi.
So we had this pattern, but in the past, in the past civilization, they used to teach to the youngest one that the most important thing to change reality is changing what you express from that reality yourself.
In tako smo živeli v tej stvarnosti, v kateri so vsakega mladega človeka naučili, da je najbolj pomembna stvar, da spremeniš lahko realnost, je, kaj je tisto, kar je tvoj izraz. Spremembo izraza, spremenjaš realnost.
And if you want to change all this shape, there is only one way you can express and feel everything around you.
In če želiš spremeniti celotno realnost, potem obstaja samo en način, s katerim se izraziš, da spremeniš vse.
Which is sound and chanting.
In to je zvok in petje.
The whole universe is within us here, in the throat.
Celoten univerzum v nas je tukaj v našem grlu.
But there's only one way you can express from the throat the whole truth.
Ampak obstaja samo en način, s katerim celo resnico lahko izraziš skozi grlo.
And they taught that the only way is with the feet.
In naučili so nas, da je edini način preko stopal.
Sing with your feet, they used to say.
Nekoč so rekli,
That's weird.
poj, stopali, to je pa res čudno.
Why? Because in order to channel the power of the universe, you have to be very well grounded.
Zakaj? Ker če želiš kanalizirati stvari iz vesolja, moraš biti zelo dobro ukoreninjen, prizemljen.
Yeah, so when you do that, you start to create the pattern of the spiral around you from below to above and backwards.
Ko to narediš, začneš ustvarjati ta vzorec spirale od spodaj navzgor in od zgoraj navzdol.
Otherwise, sorry, the energy of the planet would push you and you can fall.
V nasprotnem primeru bi te energija iz planeta potisnila in bi padala.
So this main core, what they said is, so if you want to change the whole shape, you have to sing to complete every part of the universe around and within you.
Kaj so torej rekli? Če želiš spremeniti celotno podobo, moraš peti vsemu, kar je v tebi in izven tebe.
In 8 realities plus 1.
V 8 stvarnostih plus 1.
Remember the cube?
Se spomnite
Really?
kocke?
So they said there are 9 sounds in the universe that were born from 3 sounds that holds the whole reality and that transform the reality.
Rekli so, da na svetu obstaja le 9 zvokov, ki izvirajo iz prvotnih 3 zvokov, ki so ustvarili čisto vse v tem vesolju.
So to feel the energy of the planet and to feel the energy of heaven and to connect them all and to understand what this land is telling me to do, we have to be that portal of sound.
Da lahko razumemo sporočila Zemlje in sporočila univerzuma, da lahko razberemo, kaj planet želi, da naredim, moramo biti popolnoma osrediščeni in poravnani z njim.
So these sounds are vowels.
Ti zvoki so vokali,
And these vowels are 9.
torej samoglasniki, ki jih je 9,
And we have 3 from where they were born,
imamo pa 3 tiste, iz katerih so se rodili.
which are breathing. Yeah? So breathe. And when you breathe, then 4 sounds start to appear.
Torej ob vdihu so se začeli pojavljati 4 glasovi.
Which are these ones? So, and then from there it comes A, E, I, J, U, O, U, W.
No, to pa so vokali, ki spet sledijo iz teh naslednjih 4.
So, and then go back to this and this.
Potem pa
It's like a circle.
spet vrnemo nazaj, v drugo vrstico pa spet prvo kot cikel.
Yeah? It's a cycle like this. So, if you say it in just one word, it will sound Om.
Če bi vse to povedali z eno samo besedo, bi bil to Om.
For sure you know that.
Zagotovo to poznate.
It's yeah. They are all the levels of frequency. Yeah?
Ta
From the
zvok vsebuje vse ravni frekvenc.
this here is the highest.
Ta tu je najvišja.
Yeah, is the wave. So all together is Om. That's why Om is the first sound.
In zato je Om prvi zvok.
But this is all the things that you say when you say Om.
Ampak
Ja.
vse to, kar
Yeah,
ko rečete Om, rečete vse to, kar je na tabli.
it's good to know.
Dobro to vedeti.
So what they said is, by chanting this all the time by yourself, you are chanting to every history of your blood, your soul and your spirit.
In pravijo, da ko sami v sebi izvajate spet in spet in spet ta Om, ko ga pojete, pojete svoji krvi, svojim prednikom in celotni svoji preteklosti, celi zgodbi vesolja.
And this centers you in the eternal present.
In to vas osredotoči v večnem zdaj, v sedanjosti.
So the eternal present, remember, is to change past, present and future at the same moment.
Večna sedanjost, večna prisotnost, si zapomnite, vsebuje oziroma povzroči spremembo preteklosti, sedanjosti in prihodnosti.
But to do this, you have to have empty mind.
Ampak, da to res lahko naredite, morate imeti prazen
The only way the universe created everything was from a dream in a white mind.
Edini način, da je univerzum ustvaril karkoli, je bilo s sanjami in praznim umom.
So this tool is for our body as for our lands and civilization.
In to orodje je namenjeno našemu telesu, našim deželam in civilizaciji.
So Atlantis civilization used to work with sound to do everything.
Atlantitska civilizacija je za čisto vse uporabljala zvok.
Have you heard how the pyramids were built?
Ste že slišali, kako so zgradili piramide?
There weren't aliens,
Niso bila to nezemeljska bitja,
not even humans,
niti ne človeška bitja.
both of them.
Oboje pravzaprav.
But the main tool they have was sound.
Ampak glavno orodje, ki so ga uporabljali, je bil zvok.
By chanting, by frequency, by some tools that make higher frequency, they were able to move the stones, which were very heavy, but with frequency, high frequency, they make it like 50 pounds or something like that.
S tem čantanjem in s pomočjo določenih orodij, ki so jim pomagala, da so ustvarili to zelo, zelo visoko frekvenco, so omogočili, da je bila teža vseh teh stvari, ki so jih morali premakniti, dosti manjša.
That's why there are two things that we naturally used to do when we arrive to a temple, a stone circle or a pyramid.
In zato smo po naravni poti naredili isto stvar, ko smo prišli v nek tempelj, v piramido, v krog kamnov.
Silence or chanting.
Namreč ali tišina, ali čantanje.
There is something within that impels us to sing somehow.
Nekaj je v tem, da nas preprosto sili k temu petju na nek način.
It's the stones resounding with ourselves. So we need to answer.
Namreč kamni rezonirajo z nami, na nek način se temu želimo preprosto odzvati.
Have you ever been in Egypt?
Ste bili kdaj v Egiptu?
Have you met the pyramids from inside and outside?
Ste šli v piramide, ste jih spoznali od znotraj in od zunaj?
Have you seen any hieroglyphics?
Pa ste videli kakšne hieroglife?
No, really? At the pyramids?
Pravzaprav v piramidah ne.
There's nothing inside.
Prazne so.
In the temples, yes, but not the pyramids.
V templih sicer ja, v piramidah pa ne.
Not the sphinx.
Ne v sfingah.
There are just plain stone. Like in Peru, like in many other cultures.
Preprosto samo kamen, tako kot v Peruju in mnogih drugih kulturah.
This used to happen because the knowledge in the ancient civilizations, they used to say, the only way you can know that someone has the wisdom to achieve the information is if they are able to listen the stones.
V starodavnih civilizacijah so vedno rekli, edini človek, ki je sposoben res razumeti in kanalizirati to modrost, je tisti, ki ima sposobnost slišati kamen.
That's why it's so important to sit down and feel before chanting or whatever, just resounding with the place. So that's the only way that the place would know that you are able to listen or not.
In zato je tako zelo pomembno, da se najprej osredotočimo in uglasimo s kamnom, ko vstopimo v katerigakoli od teh svetih prostorov in na tak način kamen je šele ve, da ste zmožni poslušati.
So why do I explain that? Because now in this, the earth is trying to reconnect itself, and we have to use again these tools that civilization left us.
Zakaj vam to govorim? Ker se zdaj Zemlja poskuša na novo povezati. In da nam to lahko uspe, se moramo poslužiti teh orodij, ki so nam jih podale te stare civilizacije.
So, it doesn't mean that we should only go to pyramids, because we have natural pyramids, which are the mountains, and natural caves, which are the streams and waterfalls and caves.
Pa to še ne pomeni, da moramo zdaj trumoma vsi v piramide, kajti piramide imamo vse povsod okrog nas, v naravnem okolju. To so gore, imamo tudi doline oziroma jame, ki jih na nek način predstavljajo naše vode, snapovi.
And also some places around the world, like the Eiffel Tower, places very well known by everyone, that if you change or switch the energy of that place, you're changing the image inside every people around the world.
In obstajajo tudi točke na planetu, ki so dobro poznane, denimo kot je točka Eiffelovega stolpa, in če tam spremeniš frekvenco, spremeniš pogled čisto vseh ljudi, ki so tam.
So we have two ways to change that reality. One is meditation and the other one is activation.
Oziroma se spremeni v svet. Imamo pa dva pristopa, dve možnosti. Prvi je meditacija, drugi pa je aktivacija.
The meditation goes within to change within with the tools from outside.
Meditacija je nekaj, s čimer gremo navznoter, da naredimo spremembo s pomočjo orodij od zunaj.
Activation is bring what I have within to change to the outside.
Aktivacija pa je, da prenesem to, kar imam v sebi, navzven, da spremenim zunanje.
But always with intention for the best good for everyone.
Ampak naša namera mora biti vedno v najvišje dobro vseh.
And one of the things that you should know too is that the planet is a live being. So when you touch or activate some places, then the places start to move.
Ampak še eno stvar je izredno pomembno vedeti. Naš planet je namreč živo bitje in ko se neke točke dotaknete, ko jo aktivirate, se planet začne premikati.
We usually believe that everything is good if everything is just quiet.
Velikokrat smo prepričani, da je vse dobro, samo če je vse v popolnem miru in tišini.
But for the universe, quiet is not such a good thing.
Ampak za univerzum je tiho in mirno, nekaj, kar ni vedno najbolje.
So for example, when you receive a massage,
Naprimer, ko greste na masažo,
you usually will hear some places doing like trak, tak, oh,
običajno slišite na določenih točkah v svojem telesu, kako se stvari poravnavajo.
and you release the energy.
In takrat se sprosti energija.
We call that earthquakes.
Temu pa rečemo potres.
But we don't like earthquakes for somehow.
Ampak na nek način potresov ne maramo.
I think they are very funny and emotional.
Meni se zdijo perfektni, predstavljajo čustva.
It remembers you that the earth is alive.
In potres vas vedno znova spomni, da je zemlja živa.
And also, when you create a portal of energy from up to below, so the energy could go through.
Prav tako pa vi ustvarite lahko portal energije od zgoraj navzdol in skozi ta pretok lahko teče energija.
What you usually see is a lightning.
In to, kar običajno vidimo, ko se to zgodi, pa je blisk.
So the storms are also a way of seeing that what you are doing is working.
Nevihte so prav tako ponazoritev, da to, kar delate, deluje.
So always around, when you do energetical work around the planet, you will see that the planet is responding, is answering with this kind of manifestations in nature.
In vedno, ko energijsko delate s planetom, lahko vidite, da se tudi planet odziva z različnimi stvarmi, ki se dogajajo v naravi.
So, I said that we had, or I myself had, two missions to do, which is remember and remember.
Rekel sem že, da imamo dve nalogi, oziroma vsaj jaz jo imam, da se spomniš, na novo spomniš.
One, remember, is to bring information to share.
Prvi ta, da se spomniš, pomeni, da se spomniš informacij, zato da jih podeliš z drugimi.
And the other one is to put the members together.
Drugi pa pomeni, da vse te spomine združiš v eno.
And one of these things is, if I couldn't remember what happened here, I had no idea what to connect now.
In bistvo tega je, da če se ne bi spomnil vsega, kar se je dogajalo tukaj, ne bi imel pojma, kaj je za tisto, kar naj povezujem zdaj.
And how to do it.
In kako naj to naredim?
By sound. So, the tool that we have now, the people that is awakening in this process of consciousness,
Orodje, ki ga torej imamo zdaj, za ljudi, ki se prebujamo v tem procesu zavesti,
we have the tool to switch our way of thinking, how we change the stuff, and instead of beginning by the shape, start with the frequency.
imamo to orodje, s katerim lahko razumemo, da lahko ne s tem, da začenjamo spreminjati materijo, da začnemo spreminjati frekvenco.
But not only to change the whole world, but to change your own world.
Pa ne z namenom, da bomo spreminjali v svet, ampak da spremenite svoj lasten svet.
One of the things we must see about this is that this is to change myself and amplify the energy and the resounding pattern around me.
Ena od stvari, ki jo moramo razumeti pri izvajanju teh zvokov, je, da gre za to, da okrepim svojo lastno frekvenco in s tem se ta razširi, rezonira tudi navzven.
So it means that we don't have to go to help other people if they didn't ask for it.
Kar pomeni, da ni treba, da gremo in pomagamo drugim ljudem, če za to niti niso prosili.
The process is, if I change, the frequency I expose from my wellness will make the others resound and change too.
Proces je tak, da če jaz spremenim svojo frekvenco, potem bo ta frekvenca avtomatično spremenila tudi druge, ker se bodo z njo začeli avtomatično poravnavati.
So, first I have to do the change for me, and while I do that, I will see how the other people change around. Because if I want to help other people to be aware of this, and I call them, no, you have to do this and this, maybe we are interrupting their own process of evolution.
Najprej se mora ta sprememba torej zgoditi v meni, najprej spremenim sebe in potem lahko samo opazujem, kako to posledično spreminja tudi druge ljudi. Namesto da ljudi kličem in rečem, veš, delaj to, delaj ona, delaj tretje, kar ti s tem, morda vplivamo in posegamo v pot njihove lastne evolucije.
So it's important that whatever you do for the planet, you are not doing it for the civilization or the planet. You are doing it because it's what you want to do, what you feel is good for your own.
In zato je pri tej naši želji, da bi pomagali ljudem, da bi spreminjali svet, da bi pomagali planetu, najbolj pomembna stvar, da naredite le tisto, kar služi vam, kar vam povzroča dobre občutke in prijetnost.
And if it helps others, welcome.
Če pa to pomaga še drugim, dobrodošli.
So about this, I used to well, I don't have it here to show it, but there I did a map with all these spots where the main consciousness of the planet goes through.
Nimam sicer tega s seboj, ampak naredil sem tak zemljevid, na katerem sem ponazoril vse glavne točke, ki predstavljajo pomembne točke zavesti planeta.
And there are 12 spots around the world, holded by 60 spots, which are 72.
Na tem planetu je namreč 12 glavnih točk, ki jih obdaja še 60 drugih podpornih točk, torej vsega skupaj jih je 72.
Remember the football, the soccer ball?
Se
Ja.
spomnite nogometne žoge?
Well, you have 12 of these pentagons.
Tu imamo 12 peterokrakih likov,
So you have 12 in the center, yeah, around, and 5 around each. So it's 60 plus 12.
to vsega skupaj, če seštejemo vse te točke, teh likov, jih dobimo 72.
72 knots that goes out the planet and 72 under.
To je teh 72 vozlišč oziroma točk, ki se stekajo ven iz planeta pa navznoter.
How much is it?
Koliko je to potem?
144.
Skupaj jih je 144.
Did you hear about that number?
Ste že slišali za to številko?
Yeah, the number. Huh? Critical mass.
Kritična
Yeah.
masa.
144,000 people that have to be in a certain frequency to change the whole reality.
To pomeni, da mora biti na določeni frekvenciji 144,000 ljudi, da se realnost lahko spremeni.
But it's not about an amount of people.
Ampak ne gre za število ljudi,
It's about a frequency in which we have to be connected.
ampak za frekvenco, na kateri moramo biti povezani.
Yeah, the frequency is a musical note.
Frekvenca je nota iz glasbe,
Yeah, which vibrates 144 times.
ki zavibrira 144 krat.
Yeah, I don't know in English how it is, but it's the re
To
nota.
je nota re.
Yeah. So if we vibrate with this in 144 times, singing this in every spot of these 72 places in the planet, you change the frequency of the whole planet.
Če torej zavibriramo na tej frekvenci re, na 144 točkah tega planeta pod isto frekvenco spremenimo celoten planet.
So that's the responsibility of changing our own pattern of life here in this planet and making this planet become what it's supposed to be, which is a portal in between dimensions.
In to je naša naloga, da spremenimo vibracijo oziroma frekvenco tega planeta, da lahko postane tisto, čemu je bil tudi prvotno namenjen, da predstavlja portal za prehod med dimenzijami.
Every human is a portal by itself.
Vsak človek je portal že sam po sebi.
And for sure, most of you, or a few view here, maybe years ago or days ago start to hear voices or start to dream weird stuff or remember past lives or have visions of the future. For sure something weird has happened, otherwise you are not here.
In zagotovo se je vsem vam ali vsaj nekaterim med vami začelo dogajati v zadnjem obdobju ali pa že kar dolgo časa nazaj, da se vam kaj posebnega sanja, da začnete slišati razne zvoke, glasove, kar naenkrat se vam dogajajo zelo čudne stvari.
So that happened because the planet is like a big radio for the whole universe.
Morda se spomnite prejšnjih življenj, ampak razlog je v tem, da je naš planet neke vrste radio za celoten univerzum.
And you can, if you go outside the planet, you can see all these emissions from the radio, like this, and many messages and many people talking.
In vse to lahko slišite, če greste ven, če se oddaljite od našega planeta. Slišite marsikaj.
And suddenly when the planets start to connect with themselves, a lot of us, which are the neurons, start to listen what she is thinking.
In kar naenkrat, ko se planet začne spreminjati, nas je veliko, še posebej mlajši, ki smo kar naenkrat začeli poslušati, kaj nam Zemlja govori.
So that's why there is even more people channeling, remembering, hearing stuff, because it's the planet sintonizing a new wave in the radio that we all start to hear.
In v tem je razlog, zakaj je vse več ljudi, ki kanalizirajo, ki se spomnijo stvari, ki slišijo stvari, zato ker planet nastavlja novo rezonanco, novo frekvenco, kot neke vrste novo radijsko postajo, ki jo zdaj vse več ljudi lahko sliši.
And usually you will see a lot of people, if you talk with spiritual people, you will see that they are like, I don't know, 10,000 Cleopatras or something like that.
Običajno, ko začnete pogovor z duhovnimi ljudmi na duhovni poti, potem boste naleteli vsaj na 10,000 Kleopatra.
Because, and suddenly I said, I was Cleopatra in a past life. And they said, no, it was me.
Ja.
No.
Velikokrat se dva taka pogovarjata in prvi reče, jaz sem bil Kleopatra v prejšnjem življenju, pa druga reče, ne, Kleopatra sem bila jaz.
So that's something that used to happen when we start to remember the memory of the planet, because we don't remember exactly what we have lived as individuals. We start to listen and remembering the planet's history.
In zakaj prihaja do tega? Ker ko poslušamo zgodovino planeta, se nam odstre spomin na izkušnje, ki niso nujno naše lastne, ampak je to celoten spomin zgodovine planeta.
So I have this friend in the United States that said once, I was like having a memory in which I saw this beautiful lady with a dress like this, like, you know, she was like a feudal or a princess, and he was like, wow, I was beautiful, he said.
V ZDA imam prijatelja, ki mi je enkrat rekel, joj, zdaj se mi je odstrl spomin, bil sem v družbi ene fantastične, prelepe gospodične, ki je nosila čudovito obleko kot princesa.
And suddenly a voice said, look, where are you?
In kar naenkrat mu je glas rekel, poglej, kje si?
And suddenly all the image went to old lady cleaning the window.
Kar naenkrat se je ta podoba spremenila v eno starko, ki je čistila okna.
And he was her.
On je bil ta starka.
But he was so, you know, surprised. It was such an amazing image of that queen, you know, that he thought it was her.
Ampak bil je tako prevzet ob tem pogledu na to čudovito kraljično, da je bil v svetu prepričan, da je to on.
So that's why everything you channel, everything you remember, everything you dream, don't take it personally.
In zato vse, kar kanalizirate, vse, česar se spomnite, vse, kar sam vam sanja, kar vidite v sanjah, tega ne jemljite osebno.
Yeah, it's just you're listening different radios all the time.
Samo vaš čas poslušate različne radijske postaje.
But it's not your radio. Yeah.
Ampak to ni vaš radio.
So what you have to do is, if I listen that, is because something resounds with me. So I just take notes of that and leave it until it has some sense.
Vse, kar morate storiti takrat, kar lahko naredite takrat, je, ok, tole me zanima, to slišim, se pravi, se bom temu prepustil in poslušal, jaz recimo si napišem določene zapiske, to pustim, dokler vse ne dobi svojega smisla.
So we are going in this time in which a lot of people will get crazy because of that.
In zato gremo zdaj skozi čas, kjer se toliko ljudem kar zmeša iz tega razloga.
They will start seeing stuff, the other realities, remembering stuff.
Kar naenkrat se jim odstre pogled na druge dimenzije, spomin na marsikaj.
So what this job is about is to help people to be in the same, to prepare the frequency of everyone in the planet. So when people start to remember, they could be allowed to get to that information without getting crazy.
Kaj je naša naloga torej? Pripraviti, pomagati ljudem, da vzpostavijo to frekvenco, v kateri, če se jim odstre tak spomin ali kaj slišijo, preprečimo, da se jim zmeša.
And talking about this, there will be many changes from the next month to the next 50 years, according to our society.
In ko pogledamo ves ustroj naše družbe, lahko v naslednjih letih, 50 letih pričakujemo velike spremembe.
Because of course we have the new Atlantis, which is the United States.
Seveda imamo novo Atlantido, to je ZDA.
And that country, for the good of everyone, has to control everyone.
In ta dežela v dobro nas vseh mora vse nadzirati.
So this system is the reflection of what happened here.
In tako je ta sistem zgolj refleksija, odraz tega, kar se je zgodilo tam zgoraj.
So what we have to do is to think about, do we want to repeat the history or we want to change it?
Kaj moramo torej narediti? Vprašati se moramo, ali želimo ponoviti to zgodovino ali pa želimo spremeniti.
So in order to do that, we have to start changing the frequency of ourselves to change the frequency of the whole planet.
In da bi to lahko naredili, moramo začeti spreminjati svojo lastno frekvenco, da bomo lahko spremenili frekvenco celega planeta.
So I wanted to give you some few tools that you could write down, they are very easy to start changing from within.
Zdaj pa bi vam rad podal nekaj orodij, lahko si to zapišete, čisto preprosto je, da se lahko začnete spreminjati od znotraj.
They are very easy.
Orodja so zelo preproste.
That's why they are so difficult.
In zato so tako zelo težavne.
That's the joke of the universe.
To je tista šala vesolja.
There are 3 tools for ourselves to get better frequency.
Obstajajo 3 orodja, da si lahko popravimo frekvenco.
The first one, as I said, change what we eat.
Prva stvar, kot sem že dejal, spremenite, kaj jeste.
But don't change it from your mind.
Ampak tega ne spreminjajte iz uma.
Ask your body what you need.
Vprašajte svoje telo, kaj potrebuje.
Your mind doesn't eat.
Vaš nič ne je.
So she has no idea what to eat.
Nima pojma, kaj bi jedel.
But the body does.
Ampak telo ve.
Normally, we have to eat food mixing the 7 colors of the rainbow.
Običajno moramo uživati hrano, s katero pomešamo vseh 7 barv mavrice.
Yeah, so we have plenty energy for every chakra and we feed every one of them.
S tem imamo veliko energije za vsako čakro in nahranimo vse čakre.
Also, the vegetables that had the shapes of the glands of these chakras.
Prav tako pa ima določena zelenjava točno oblike žlez, ki pomagajo tem čakram.
Yeah, so analyze what shapes are there and then eat what you need or the problems you have so you can change it there.
Glede na fizične težave, ki jih imate, lahko pogledate oblike vseh teh sadežev in uživate tisto, kar vaše telo zaradi določenih težav najbolj potrebuje.
Also, you would say, I don't know here, but everywhere they are saying, but Monsanto has all this chemical stuff in the food and GMO.
Prav tako, ne vem kako je pri vas, ampak po vsem svetu so zdaj ljudje prestrašeni, ker ima Monsanto različne gensko spremenjena semena in škropijo in tako naprej.
So you have to remember that there is an easy way to change the frequency or DNA of something, which is by sound.
In spomnite se na to, da zlahka spremenimo frekvenco, rezonanco materialne stvari s pomočjo zvoka.
We used to bless food in religions.
V religijah smo hrano blagoslavljali.
Or we can sing to the food.
Lahko pa pojemo hrani.
Or just when we eat, enjoy very much the food.
Ali pa preprosto, ko hrano uživamo, res ob tem dejansko tudi uživajmo.
If we sing to the food, what we are doing is to charging with my frequency the DNA of the food.
Če pojemo hrani, potem svojo frekvenco napolnim DNK hrane.
Have you seen these images about how when you sing to the water, the pattern of the water changes?
Ste že kdaj videli, kako je ob petju voda spremenila svojo strukturo?
So that's what I mean.
In ti vzorci vode se spremenijo, to imamo v mislih.
Well, also the second one is breathing better.
Druga pomembna stvar pa je, da bolje dihamo.
And breathing better, I mean by these three, breathing at the same quantity of time, yeah, the three of them, and very deep from the, how do you call this, the diaphragm,
Yeah.
not here above, not like this, but from very below. Yeah.
S tem imam v mislih enakomerno dihanje, obenem pa dihanje ne iz zgornjega dela pljuča, ampak s prepona.
And the best thing is to try to, when I go breathing in, I count till 3.
Najboljše dihanje je vdih in potem preštejem do 3.
I hold the air 3 times.
Zadržim 3-krat.
And I expulse it 3 times.
In spet izdihnem torej na 3. Na 3 vdih, 3
Yeah.
zadržim, 3 izdih.
And from there, I add a number when I'm ready. 4 times, counting 5, till 9.
In ko sem pripravljen, lahko dodam ob štetju še eno številko, dokler ne dosežem 9.
So when you breathe till 9, it's like the most soft way of breathing, and then hold it and very soft.
Ko dihate ob štetju do 9, je to najmehkejše dihanje, kjer nežno vdihnete, zadržite in nežno izdihnete.
That connects with the breathing of the universe, and also makes the air feed the blood.
To nas poveže ne le z dihom univerzuma, ampak na tak način to dihanje dosti bolje nahrani kri.
And the third one is higher and lighten the frequency, which is laughing a lot.
Tretja stvar, ki rapidno dviga frekvenco, pa je, da se veliko smejte.
Yeah, laughing is the sound that makes you go higher in frequency.
Smeh je zvok, ki vam omogoča, da se dvigate na višje frekvence.
So they are very easy. Eat better, breathe better, laugh more.
No, vidite, načela so čisto preprosta. Bolje jejte, bolje dihajte in več se smejte.
And also singing. Yeah.
Pa tudi petje.
What I want to do right now is a little bit of this with all of you.
Zdaj bi rad z vami vsemi naredil vsaj malo tega.
This is a small tool because you have to learn what every letter means, and there is a whole process to understand all this. But the most important thing is to feel it.
No, za vsako od teh črk se skriva popolnoma spet široko razumevanje, kaj vsaka črka pomeni. Ampak zdaj bomo naredili en drobec in v tem je daleč najbolj pomembno vaše notranje občutenje.
So what we're going to do is, first of all, try to practice with all of them, yeah, and then we'll go doing the same. But after that, when you already say the words and you are with your feet like this, yeah, if you want to stand up or just sitting, but very well firm, yeah, firm the feet. So we start to breathe first, then the nasal sounds, and then the vowels.
Torej, najprej bomo šli skozi ta proces tako, da bomo najprej dihali, potem bomo izvajali vse te zvoke, ki so napisani na tabli, najprej nasalne zvoke, potem pa vokale, samoglasnike.
Yeah. And after we do all this, I will tell you, you just sing in different levels what you feel, the vowels you feel.
Ob vsem tem je ves čas najbolj pomembno, da ste res prizemljeni, lahko stojite, tudi če sedite, bodite res trdno z nogami na tleh. Potem vam bom tudi povedal kdaj, pa pojete tisti zvok, katerikoli vokal, ki vam v tistem trenutku najbolj paše.
And the purpose of this is to talk to our body, soul and spirit.
Namen tega je, da nagovorimo svoje telo, dušo in duha.
What we do with this is to create a vortex
S tem ustvarimo vortex.
from the core of our being,
Vrtinec iz središča našega bitja.
singing up and below,
Pojemo navzgor in navzdol.
resounding with this.
In tako ustvarjamo to rezonanco.
This vibration, nasal vibration, makes vibrate your pineal and hypophysis glands.
Ti nosni zvoki vibrirajo vašo žlezo hipofizo in žlezo češariko.
And helps to the connection of every cell of your body.
In to pomaga vzpostaviti povezavo med vsemi celicami vašega telesa.
So it's breathing, vibrating with all the body, and then focusing on the parts of the body. So bringing the frequency to every gland and every organ.
Torej gre najprej za dihanje, potem vibracija celega telesa, potem osredotočena pozornost na vse žleze, na vse dele našega telesa.
This is like a way of talking with your body without any words.
To je način, kako se pogovarjate s svojim telesom, brez besed.
Harmonizing the whole body. If you do it when you go to sleep, so you will see that suddenly you will feel like everything is vibrating properly.
In tako lahko glasite svoje telo tudi vsak večer pred spanjem. Videli boste, kako se vzpostavi okrog vas vibracija.
And when you accomplish that with yourself, then you can express more in your house, your town, your country, and beyond.
In ko boste to najprej naredili sami s seboj, lahko to razširite na vaše okolje, vašo državo in še širše.
So first of all, you concentrate in your body, the pains of your body, the illness you have, whatever you have in your body, then your family, then the culture, all the country and the regions and the planet after that.
Najprej se osredotočite na svoje, razširi na vaše družinske člane, na širšo družbo, na vašo deželo in še kasneje na celotni planet.
This is the basement for anything else. It's just basement. After that, you can add whatever you have, whatever you know, whatever technique, whatever knowledge, religion, thoughts, philosophy, whatever, you can add it to it.
In to je osnova čisto